Greetings to everybody and welcome to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. 90 Day Fiancé fans, I wish for everyone is enjoying a fantastic day ahead of us. Please press the subscribe button to get started. Please click on this video, hoping the stars of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Rob Warren and Sophie Sierra, ought to take a vacation from the limelight that reality TV has bestowed upon them. On Season 10 of 90 Day Fiancé, they made their debut. As they worked through numerous problems during their 90-day K-1 visa application process, Sophie and Rob emerged as the franchise's standout couple. Rob's virtual infidelity to Sophie during the epidemic presented a significant issue that they had to resolve. When she discovered more explicit messages exchanged between her fiancé and other women, their journey came to an abrupt halt. Even after Sophie's confidence was betrayed, they decided to stay together and be married. Following the events of 90 Day Fiancé Season 10, they became part of the cast of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 8, during which Sophie disclosed her separation from her spouse. She moved out and took up residence with one of her friends after Rob started corresponding with other women once more. On Season 8 of Happily Ever After, they made an effort to get back together, but it's said that Rob and Sophie are still not together. It could be time for them to take a vacation from the spotlight, given the amount of attention their relationship has received. From the start of 90 Day Fiancé Season 10, Sophie and Rob stood out as a couple. Their cast promotional photos showed them looking incredibly gorgeous together. It was disclosed that Rob lived in a Los Angeles studio apartment, without a bathroom during their debut on the show. They needed to use the common bathroom, so they had to leave his flat. Even though Rob's bathroom situation, or lack thereof, might appear insignificant, it strained their relationship. Rob failed to find them a place to live where Sophie would feel at ease, which disappointed Sophie. Rob misbehaved in his relationship by essentially cheating on Sophie multiple times, aside from his flat. When she brought up the subject, he was hesitant to talk to her about his infidelity during the pandemic. After coming to the United States, Sophie discovered more explicit communications exchanged between Rob and other women. She left Rob's flat to gather her thoughts after being taken aback by what she discovered on his phone. Sophie was not given the whole truth by him regarding his infidelity, even though he had the chance to be forthright with her. When Sophie and Rob were on Season 10 of 90 Day Fiancé, they had to cope with drama. Claire Cheshire, Sophie's mother, was likewise against their connection. It was Claire who gave him the iconic moniker, Rob the Knob. When she discovered that he had cheated on her again, she advised her daughter to end their relationship. Sophie stayed with Rob against her mother's objections, and by the conclusion of 90 Day Fiancé Season 10, the two had tied the knot. Even though their run with the flagship series came to an end, they would return to the brand in the future. 2 months after their marriage, they started filming for Happily Ever After, Season 8 after 90 Day Fiancé Season 10. By the first episode of the spin-off series, they had already moved to Austin, Texas, and were no longer together. Sophie clarified that she moved out of their new Austin flat after learning that Rob was still seeing other women. Between the time they got married and when they joined Happily Ever After, they took around 2 months off from filming. They probably received an enticing offer to participate in the spin-off and keep receiving revenue from the program. But in retrospect, Sophie and Rob need to have spent some time away from the cameras to resolve their differences. The show's seasons were filmed in one season and then immediately followed by another. It may be very demanding to film reality TV, especially for people with little to no prior expertise in the field. Rob and Sophie's already troubled marriage might have gotten worse after Sophie joined 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, in Season 8. One of the primary plots of Happily Ever After, Season 8 is the breakup of Sophie and Rob. Many of the franchise's seasoned couples, like Big Ed Brown and Liz Woods, are also working through their separation. When they first appeared in Happily Ever After, Sophie and Rob were new characters in the franchise. The news that Sophie moved out just 2 months after they were married is startling. They've had such an exciting voyage in the franchise so far, and Rob is to blame for their breakup. There are indicators Rob and Sophie shot the second season of 90 Day, The Last Resort. They were seen filming with other former franchise members at a resort in Arizona. Couples counseling is necessary for Sophie and Rob, but if they want to keep their marriage intact, it might not be the best idea to record it for a reality TV program. In a very short period of time, they have filmed 3 seasons of 90 Day Fiancé. Rob and Sophie were well known very quickly, and they are now a new mainstay in the series. Sophie's relationship with her mother, Claire, has deteriorated since she entered the spotlight. After Sophie called the police on May 10, 2024, citing a welfare concern, Clary was taken into custody and held for 5 nights, according to InTouch. The day she uploaded an explicit video of Sophie and Rob fighting in the car, she was arrested. On May 16, 2024, Claire was allowed to leave jail after the charges against her were withdrawn. The 90 Day Fiancé universe was shocked to learn of her imprisonment and subsequent release. The status of Sophie and Rob's relationship has received a lot of attention. By sharing a video of them fighting, Claire should have stayed out of their marriage and avoided becoming involved. Sophie would have uploaded the private film herself if she had intended it to go online. She reportedly called the police because she was worried about her mother's safety and mental health. However, Claire's decision to share the footage on social media has brought her daughter even more unjustified attention. Rob and Sophie ought to take a vacation from the 90 Day Fiancé franchise while they consider whether or not to remain together. After getting married and divorcing in less than 2 months, they immediately went back to shooting. Given the recent news of Claire, Sophie's mother, being detained and then freed, Sophie and Rob ought to temporarily withdraw from the public eye.